Soft Squares. Today I'm standing outside of the Soya Quilting building in Nevada. We're going to do a tour today and I want to show you kind of what this place looks like. I don't know if you can see, about right there is another building and it says Soya. This talks about the Saturday night D-stash. I believe, we'll learn more, but I believe that's where their corporate offices are for the guys and where they do some of their taping. But I also know that they have a video room right off of the main sewing store where they do a lot of their stuff. And it looks like a class is about to start. There's a whole bunch of ladies coming in, wheeling their machines. So let's go inside. They're now open. So this is our little studio right off of the quilt store. And I'm just doing a quick pan, but they're busy here.
There are offices back in the back, but the warehouse is next door, and that's where they do the YouTube.
Isn't that what this room is?
No, this is where they do tutorials.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's their tutorials. The live shows, the D-stash and new stash is done next door. Okay. That's also where they do all the shipping.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what's next door.
And what's your name?
Barbara.
Barbara. All right, thanks. Okay, here's Tancum.
Hey everyone, welcome.
And Brody.
Hi guys, welcome. Sorry, getting mic'd up here.
Oh, okay. So tell me about the tree.
So the tree, it's funny. So we had a tree on our logo originally, and long story short, we walked into a supermarket, and they had that tree sitting underneath it. Looks just like our old logo, and so with a bear sitting underneath it, and so it was like literally exactly like our logo. And we found the manager of the store and said, "Hey, like, how do we get all this tree?" And we actually imported that tree from China to be able to have it in our store. So kind of a crazy.
It is just cool.
Yeah. So let's start on the tour then, shall we?
Yes. Show us around.
Let's start right here. We'll get like the official introduction here. Okay. Cool. So welcome everybody to Soya Quilting. This is the front door here. We're going to give you kind of the whole tour. We're going to start going this direction here, okay? And we'll come back through and kind of show you everything as we go. So we know everybody likes boutiques. Well, most people like boutiques, okay? We have 3 different rooms of boutiques here that have your whole color range. So we do them in color order. That way, you know, if you're coming in, you're working on a blue quilt or a teal quilt or whatever it is, you can get all those here. Love our boutiques. We also like to teach about the boutiquing process. Let me find our little chop here. Come on over here. So this is the boutiquing process that boutiques go through. So this is one of the actual chops from Indonesia. You can see the wax that's still on it. So basically what happens is the product gets dyed. The original base cloth gets dyed. And then what happens is you take one of these, dip them in hot wax. You can see the wax all over it. And they actually physically chop each one of these sections and then re-dye it. That's what gets the multicolor. Then they boil it, wax melts off, and that's how we get our boutiques. So pretty cool. We like to, this actually came from Indonesia. It's a Hoffman chop.
Have not seen one of those.
Yeah, they're super cool. Yeah, they're really cool. Anyways, so that's how the boutiquing process works. And we love our boutiques. So lots of boutiques in here. We also, you'll notice on the tops of the shelves and stuff, we have a lot of vintage machines. We have a couple of 100 machines here in the store. Just vintage ones, new ones, all of that. You can see them up here too as well. Everything from old, this is an old National machine, Admiral machines, Singers. That's an old Pharaoh, Singer Pharaoh, Elma's. Lots of fun.
I had an Elna.
Yeah.
They're not even around
green
anymore,
machine.
are they?
Janome owns Elma now. So.
Oh, okay. That explains where you went.
One over here, more boutique solids, things like that. We do a lot of service projects. So these are some of the placemats that have been donated. So these here are being donated for hospice centers here in Las Vegas, and basically so people can have, you know, last meals together on a nice placemat, and then the loved one can take them home. So lots of sets coming in of those.
So how many do you think you have?
We haven't done an official count yet. The last day to mail them in is actually today, and then we'll count at the end of the week. But I bet we probably have 1,000 sets. This is only a small portion of what we have.
These are beautiful.
So really cool to see the stuff, and we love that the customers send in all of our friends that send in stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. Around here, this is a little glimpse at our film room. This is Carol. Say hi, Carol.
Hi.
So this is our film room. This is where the tutorials are filmed. So the film rooms are always much smaller than what people think they are.
Yeah.
So this is where we film, camera equipment, things like that. You'll see around the corner here we have a window looking in, so that way when we are filming, lots of times people come in and make faces and try to get us to laugh while we're filming our tutorials. You know, standing. I'm going to be filming one later today that somebody always comes in and dances across the windows. So panel selection over here, pre-cuts. We hang all of our panels. Panels are really hard to see if they're on a bolt.
Yeah.
So we cut one off, hang it up, and they color the numbers on each panel coordinate to shelves. That way people can just look at the panel that's fully open.
Yeah, I noticed that last time I was in here. I'm like, what are these? I'm like, oh, this is so smart, because
it works out good. Because if not, you can't see them.
You can't.
You know?
And then panels you don't have, anyway, yeah.
Exactly.
They don't.
And then they're numbered here. So we just we built this maybe like 2 years ago, and yeah, best decision ever to build one of these. So
yeah.
Anyways, that's that.
I can see that.
Fat quarters.
Now, are these the old display quilt? Not old, but older?
Yeah, these are quilts that are the ones that we just barely pull off the racks that are either going to be sold or donated, or we donate a lot of quilts as well. Last year during our Alaska drive, we did Alaska quilt drive. We had 278 quilts donated, and then we also added another, I think, 50 quilts on top of that were our own quilts of just, you know, ones that are shop samples or for old classes or whatever it is. So. Obviously, no project happens without notions, so we like to have a large notion selection. Rulers, needles, a little bit of everything for everybody. It's interesting because, you know, not everybody has the same taste of, you know, cutters or marking devices. So we try to have a few of each so that everyone can try different things.
Yeah.
You know, you see we have Martelli cutters, we have Eversone cutters, we have Olfa cutters. A little something for everybody. Gloves, marking devices.
What is this spool of? Oh, that's cording.
Yeah, cording.
Okay.
We use this for drawstring bags for one of our service projects a couple months ago, and just to pull string bags.
I just haven't seen it on that big of a spool. It didn't register.
Yeah, yeah.
What it was.
That's actually our third spool that during the service project we had quite a few that go out the door. But needles, hardware. We love our different designers like Sally Tomato that does hardware for bags and more specific niche stuff, but definitely needed. Depending on what somebody does, you know, there's not just quilters that shop in a quilt store. So over here's the newest fabrics that have hit the market. So these are things that just came out, and they get displayed up here front first, so people can see them and, you know, enjoy the newest stuff that's coming.
I recognize some of them, but
yeah,
not all of them.
Over here's our machine area. So we sell Berninas, Brothers, Genomis, Jukis, handy quilters.
Okay.
And Brother, Bernina, Genomi, Juki, handy quilter. And I think I'm missing one, but anyways, here they are. And as well as cabinets and things like that. So
are they Koala?
Anything.
Or they're
no, these are Arrow
okay.
cabinets. Yep, Kangaroo. We sell machines anywhere between $100 up to, you know, long arms, which are in the higher thousands. Little something for everybody.
Nice.
Machine accessories. Let's do threads next here. Show you guys the threads. So we carry two different brands of threads. We carry Isocord and we carry Aurifil. Isocord, in our opinion, is the #1 embroidery thread on the market. It's super strong. They come in a million different colors, as you can see here, and they're easily accessible, meaning if you're halfway through a project and you run out, you can still get more. Whereas a lot of places change their color numbers, change the colors. Yeah. Isocord's pretty solid as far as that goes. And then also Aurifil. Aurifil is an incredible brand that makes high quality cotton threads and comes in lots of different colors, different weights. You can use it for hand piecing. You
Great
use it for,
selection.
Yeah, you can use it for everything. We have every color of each of the brands. So.
Nice.
lots of basics and solids over here. Basics are super important, as we all know. And it's funny, most people don't know that most of the sales of basics in a store makes up a large proportion of what fabric sold in a store. Although everybody likes new collections, you always got to get a basic to go with the new collection. So grunge, fossil fern, we've got solids, we've got marbles, we've got Northcott, Riley Blake's, Blossom Line, Motor Grunge Dot. I'm trying to think if I missed any. Stonehenge. So that's just to name a few.
Yeah.
Lots of.
And these are all good quality.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they feel so nice.
Any quality goods that you can get at a chain store. So we had Kona solids originally, and Joanne started selling them. We had dropped off carrying Kona solids. This is our kids' room over here. Kids' room is trucks, planes, trains, all that kind of stuff. So Pikachu, princesses, animals. We like
novelty.
Novelty, yeah. This is the kids' novelty. We also have a novelty section, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is more of the kids' novelty. You can get, Pikachu, those kinds of things. So this is always fun when someone's in here making a, making a kids' quilt. We also doing the Alice in Wonderland here for the Tula. Yeah. Star Wars, licensed prints. A little bit of flannel as well. We don't do tons of flannel here in Las Vegas just because it's Las Vegas. We do a lot of minky, but flannel doesn't seem to sell as well in our market. These are kind of our novelty areas here. So we have flowers, stripes, 30s prints. Then it gets into the real novelty where we have sports and music and religious fabrics down here, travel fabrics, cowboys, fishing, fruit. We have a really, come on down here, I'll show you this. We really like our food fabrics, okay? So we have a lot of food fabrics that you can see here. We have, the other day we were making a bag for our, inside of our church to give to the kids, just candy. And we made it out of lettuce. That way it was a healthy snacks, right? It's coming out of a healthy bag. So we always keep these kind of olives, lettuce, pineapples, whatever. So
peppers.
Yeah, it's fun. There's always someone that walks in like, hey, do you happen to have zucchini? Like, oh yeah, we do. I don't know. We like it.
Nice.
Probably not as cost effective as it should be, but we enjoy having it.
You have a lot of options.
Yeah, we try to. There's our cell room in here.
I love this room. We spent a lot of money
last
time we came.
In the cell room. So we just had an event, so it is a little bit in disarray, but yeah, cell room. Pretty straightforward. We have almost about 1,000 bolts on sale all the time.
We're gonna go through this.
Gonna go through this later. So for all the, we just had an event, so it is a little bit in disarray, but yeah, cell room, pretty straightforward. We have almost about 1,000 bolts on sale all the time.
We're gonna go through this.
Gonna go through this later. So for all the sales needs, also great. It's always good to get something on sale too. So
yeah, so you've got pre-cuts in here too.
Oh, yeah. Yep, a little bit of everything. So
are these just older lines?
Either older lines, or it's one that's it's the last one. It's the last one of a collection. That's what most of these are. It's
a little orphan, so it needs to go somewhere.
Or every once in a while we'll get a humongous load of something in, and then it'll go through, and then eventually it ends up in the summer.
And what are these?
Those are One Block Wonder kits.
Okay.
So you can get those, and it's got enough panels to do a One Block Wonder or a stack and whack or.
I like
everyone.
that.
Yeah, they're cool. We also have one of a wolf too, which is this one. I just saw this quilt done by a customer on Saturday.
The stack and whack?
Yeah, we had One Block Wonder with this one, and she put the wolf head in the middle, and you can see the paw coming out, and then the whole rest of it was One Block Wonder around it. It was cool. Exactly how it was meant to be done. She nailed it on the head. Yeah, it was great. So anyway, cell room.
Fun room.
More novelty fabrics. This kind of goes more into your color wall. So black on black, white on whites, creams on creams, white on black, that whole deal.
Does your website have the fabrics listed?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, each one of these they can find online.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everything you see in here you can get online.
Okay.
Yep.
Just a lot of fabric to list. But
yeah, I know. It's well, when we originally opened up, we didn't have an online store, and we eventually got an online store, and we located or put a location on each one of the fabrics. So you can see our shelves have numbers here. So if you call me and say, hey, you know what, I got this fabric a year ago or a month ago or whatever it was, and I really need more, I can look it up in the system and say, oh, you got it, this date and it's on shelf number 139, we can pull it for you, which makes it nice when you're searching for that one fabric that you haven't been able to find or didn't get enough of. Or
Great.
Moral of the story: if you're getting a half yard, just get the extra. Get the extra, okay? Because you're gonna want to get more of it. So come on around here. More color walls here: oranges, yellows, greens, browns, purples. Then around here is our call our extra wide room.
Oh, I didn't see this last time I was here.
These are all of our backings. We carry a lot of minky, a lot of knits. That way you can put them on as backings. So we carry the normal 60 wide, and then we also carry a 90 wide version of minky. Nice. And then we also have our 108s too. But the 90 wide minky is one that not a lot of people carry because it's hard to store. We actually build these shelves for these. But man, when you're putting together a big quilt and you don't want to piece the back together and you want to have minky, it just makes it really
and you don't have to worry about the nap of it.
None of that. So then your normal 108s and things. Back here you can see this is our, what I'm doing here. It might not be clean, so don't judge, but come on in here. This is our quilting room. So we have quilters that quilt in here pretty much 16 hours a day. So Monday through Saturday from early morning to late at night.
And to quilt in here, what's the requirement?
So we quilt.
You guys quilt.
Yeah, so we're quilting quilts for customers. On our website, somebody can log on, they can sign in and send us their quilt top. Comes in here, we quilt it for them, we mail it back to them.
Okay.
So we do edge-to-edge quilting services in here. This happens to be the only day she's taken off in like a year, so it's very quiet here. It's usually very noisy in here, but we run the Bernina Q24 long arm machines. They're automated, and
nice.
We usually do anywhere between, lots of quilts come out of here every day. So lots of quilts. We also put the soundproofing there. A lot of people notice that because the machines, when you're in a closed room and you have both machines running full speed, it gets noisy.
Crazy.
So we put soundproofing on them and try to deaden the noise a little bit. So.
Do you hear them outside?
Nope.
Don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, it's closed. So originally when we built this, this right here was a wall. This was closed, and you could get in through the back here, through the tech area, and we needed more space. We needed space for the long arms. So overnight, we closed the shop at 6. We pulled the shelving units off of here, cut a hole in the wall, built this wall, framed it out, put the siding on, put the windows in, painted, and then opened up the next morning and had it ready. So we did an all-nighter and got it ready. We didn't have the soundproofing up, and so the next day in the class, I was like, "What's that noise? What keeps, bzzz?" And I walked in the classroom and said, "Hey, what's that noise?" And then I walked around the corner and our long arms were going. And so that night, another all-nighter, we ended up putting up the deadening to deaden the sound a little bit, and the mats on the floors and things like that. So but after we did that, doors closed and it's quiet. So quiet out here.
Kind of fun to hear them going. That draws people back though. Right, yeah. A little bit of buzzing maybe.
Yeah. More color walls here. Then over here we have a very large group of art quilters in Vegas. So art quilters, landscape quilters that do all kinds of beautiful artworks that are more art pieces. Okay. So we have a large selection of art or landscape fabrics, art quilt fabrics for people that are making bark on trees or making oceans or whatever that it is. So a lot of that here. Names came. Dinosaurs. They go to say dinosaurs, animal prints, things like that. Patriotics, some more holidays. This is our sew-in. Every Monday we have a sew-in where people sew and hang out and come and work on their projects.
And is this your backstock, the fabric?
This is stuff that was waiting to go out. We had backstock of that we're kind of shuffling right now. We're in the middle of doing inventory right now, so we're going to pull some things, put some things. But we also have a map over here, which I think is fun. So people can come in from anywhere and put a pin on the map from wherever they're from. You have to put a pin on before you leave. Although your area is a little crowded. But we've had people come, and we put this up at the end of COVID, so it hasn't been that long, and we've had people come from all over the world.
You get a lot of Alaska, Washington.
A lot of people from Washington, California area. Some from Brazil, Uruguay. Europe. What else do you want to see? Is there anything else you want to see? I can show you. Oh, yeah. You just make sure you get the quilts too. Make sure you can see all the quilts on top. We because of the height of the building, which is really nice. So originally when we got this building, it was, so you see that column right there behind the Christmas tree. So it was 2 separate buildings.
Oh.
Well, 1 building,
Or
but
2
2
units.
separate units. So you can see this was the one door and that was the other door. So we tore down the wall. This was all cubicles and offices, and tore all those out. Raised the ceilings. The ceilings were just normal office height. Raised the ceilings up because we wanted to be able to hang the quilts on the walls, to be able to display them well. So raised the ceilings, put in floors, opened things up, and made it into the store it is today. So.
This is great. I love your store. I love watching your destashing. And I voted for you guys last night.
Thank you.
You were ahead.
Thank you. We're still ahead right now, so hopefully that stays that way.
And when does the voting end?
Tonight.
Okay,
Tonight.
this won't get posted
That's all right.
in time.
That's all right. Hopefully we'll be celebrating when everybody sees this video. But thank you so much for coming. Thanks for showing everybody the store, and anytime anybody's in town in Las Vegas, come and see us.
Okay, thank you. And we're going to put in a link below where you can it'll direct you directly to the store. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so we have our .com site. You can follow us everywhere. So we have our .com site, obviously our YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook. We even have a TikTok nowadays. So yeah, make sure you link all those, and everybody will be able to see, all the stuff that's going on all the time. So.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. See, I like $27 jelly rolls better than $43 jelly rolls. What's your name?
Gloria.
Gloria. Here's the charm pack for that Florida line I was playing with, and a mini jelly of that. So if you're looking for that fabric that it was on my 2-sided quilt, they have some clearance items of it here. I always find that the first place I go in any store is to sell fabric.
I met the boys at the show the Phoenix show when they had it in August in Scottsdale.
Oh.
Because they hadn't had a Phoenix show for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And they had so much sales stuff. I mean, way too much, but it was fun.
They're doing things right here, I think. Nice to meet you, friend. So if you have access to the internet, you can just type in soft squares, and a lot of times it will pull up food. But if you see anything related to sewing and fabric, that's me. Fussy cut.
I'm always going on there searching.
Fussy cut. Let's see. That's where you cut it in a specific place on all the pieces. That's why there's so many of this that are the same, because they're in the exact same place. When you open it up, you can put your template in the same place and cut through, looks like 6 layers of the exact same print. But that's what fussy cut is, or you could do it one at a time, but this is a pattern. And it's really good when you have, anyway, to get like a mirrored look. So do you see that? That's the point of doing it, is to get all the pieces to look exactly the same. Hey, there's more of the Florida line in here. This looks like a layer cake. And obviously it's not a full layer cake, but it is here. Anyway, they have a bunch of them. So what I used on the quilt that I made were fat quarters. but they were all cut down. But anyway, the point is they have different sizes of this line here at So Yeah. So if you like that, there's one place you can get it. This is a box kit, and you see them around in different stores. Sometimes they're just in a bag, but it should have everything that you need to build your quilt. So you've got pattern. This looks like grunge, but like probably the white on here, your backing, and then this. This is quite a bit of yardage. Looks like there's a panel, jelly roll. They will put what you need for the quilt in the package. 2 panels and 42.5 inch strips, and then the rest of it's. Anyway, these are easy if you need some help, because everything you need is in here except usually the backing fabric. And honestly, what I saw was probably this. Anyway, that's a good deal, especially when you find them back here in the sale room.
So we've got Wanda and Maureen
And Barb.
Barb. Okay, so Wanda, you had some fabric.
I have some ugly behind fabric. Look at this. You can look too.
Wanda bought this fabric and
What the heck am I going to do with it? I must have been on crack.
You're gonna buy other colors and you're gonna make it.
You're gonna do green and maybe a darker brown.
did you have coffee before you bought that? Or
No, I had just woken up to
Oh,
the
yeah,
shower.
you
It was
need-
a shower. That's what it was.
you need something else.
See,
Yeah.
look at this thing. Look at that ugly stuff.
So 1 yard would have been okay, but you
I'm
got
looking at 3 stinking yards of this
you
stuff.
got 3 yards.
Yeah, but you know what? There's always
Make
the
some
back.
drawstring bags.
Put it on the back.
Put it on the back too.
Then you fold it,
And
you're
hide
still
it.
looking at 3 yards of this ugly stuff.
Yeah, but it'll be gone. Once you get it on the quilt, it'll be gone.
Okay.
Well,
Give it away.
we're pretty sure if there's something to be found, the boys
I'll
here
find
have
it
it.
here.
Yeah, you'll find it here. Wanda, keep
Yeah.
looking.
And keep tuning to her YouTube channel.
Which is
Squares.
65 and
There you go.
Soft Squares. That's the YouTube channel, and that's
Soft
my
squares.
website.
Soft. Oh no, not me. Yeah. I don't want that. We're not buying it.
It matches your shirt.
Oh, Wanda, we're not buying it. Wanda, that's good. But
I
what
think you found it, ladies.
little flowers and cactus? That's good.
You need a little.
Okay, polka dots are awesome.
How's that?
What you making?
I have no idea.
Okay then.
We'll get on YouTube after it's done.